Hey gang, Bus 824. I've been working on a project here the last couple weeks, actually the last couple months. What it is it's a mold to make 177 caliber pellets, and in a moment here I'll show you what my progress has got to. It's taken a little bit of thinking and a little bit of digging around, but in a moment I'll show you what I got. Alrighty guys, here's what I've got so far. These are two pieces of square aluminum stock I've had for a while, and what I did is I drilled a pair of holes in the sides here, and in a moment I'll show you, but I put a pair of steel pins in them so that they'll stay lined up. And when you separate it, you can see where I've taken my drill and went into it, and in various places made various different depth holes to kind of get an idea of how long of a pellet I want. These two holes here are the ones that eventually I'm going to round them out, and what these are going to be is they'll be a nose pour instead of a base pour. And what that'll be is I'll drill a hole through the top here while they're together and make a pouring port up here. And when they're together, if I can get them together here, on this bottom section there'll be a metal plate that will cover these two holes, and in that plate will be a pin so that basically the pellet will be hollow when it's poured, but the pouring side will be this side over here instead of the other side. Well, this is about as far as I've got. In the next little bit I'll show you the two casts I made from both of these. I haven't dug up my lead melting pot yet. I've got it somewhere in my storage stuff, but just melting some pellets down and pouring them in the holes, I ended up with two rough pellets just to check the size and see if they'll fit in a 177. They do. They'd still have to be sized, but as you can see I've got quite a bit of bar stock left, and that's the progress we've got so far. So we'll update you on the progress when we get some more progress done. So until then, we'll catch you later. Alright guys, Bus 824 here. In an earlier video I showed you just a little bit of my mold. Now I have my back plate on it, and I have quite a few more openings drilled. The pellets we're used to seeing are like this, which are a standard flat point and a domed pellet. The openings you see here, you notice they're quite a bit more pointed, and they were produced with this. It's a piece of 5/32 inch steel piano wire that I put basically in a drill and sanded against a sanding belt to create this point. And on the other end I've shaved it away so that when it's chucked in a drill it'll carve out the shape. And when cast, this is what you end up with.
and they're really hard to see in this, but they are extremely pointed, and they're about 17.5 grains a piece, so they're way heavy. As of yet, they're still solids, and it's kind of hard to tell, but they're pointed more like a powder gun bullet than an air gun pellet. The idea isn't to gain any velocity or anything, but to keep the velocity you do have once you've launched it. So I'm still working on making them hollow, but that's an update so far, and they turn out pretty good. I have a pretty good little supply of them right here, and a few of the other shapes as well. Well, I'll let you guys go for now, and I'll work on this mold and keep you guys updated.